Hey everyone, how's it going? So today's video is my very first top fives out of many more to come, and I'm really excited to share this series with you guys. And the one thing I want you to keep in mind when watching these videos is that these are all opinion based. So just because something is on my top fives doesn't mean it might apply to you, but hopefully you'll enjoy it, and maybe it'll even change your perspective on something that you thought was in your top fives, whether it be from these relaxing skills to money making methods because I have a lot of ideas I'm going to be sharing. Uh, and with that being said, let's just get right into the video. Enjoy! So my fifth most relaxing skill is agility. And I know some people, well, a lot of people really don't like agility, but I think it's one of the most underrated skills. A lot of people complain about it and say it takes too much effort and work. But if you're a real skiller and watching this video, you know that once you get a good rhythm going, agility can be really peaceful and not as bad as everybody lets on to make you think. Um, and one of the things that makes me enjoy this so much is the scenery and just a good balance. It's not too difficult to train, but not too easy. It's not like a bank standing skill, but it doesn't take much effort to just click the spots, especially as you can see when you have this plugin enabled through RuinLight. It'll highlight exactly where you can click, so it's super easy and mindless. Um, and all around, just a really relaxing skill for me to train. Number four on the list is woodcutting. I absolutely love training woodcutting. It's super nice if I'm trying to do homework or just eat some food, but I still want to get some experience and get some leveling. I always just go and post up at redwoods and uh, just chill. Um, one of the main reasons I love woodcutting, besides just how AFK and relaxing, and chill it is the scenery. And you're gonna hear me say that for basically every skill here. A big factor for me is scenery, because if you're gonna be spending hours and hours on end training a skill, it's really boring if there's not nice background scenes around you. For instance, anywhere you cut trees in this game, there's always nice ponds and lakes and animals and stuff around. It just looks nice and pretty. Or as opposed to something like construction, you're just stuck in your basement building doors all day. That just sucks. It gets boring. Um, so yeah, I've always loved woodcutting, and it definitely is in my top fives. Number three is fishing. Fishing is super relaxing, super easy to train. It's very AFK, and of course, it can be less AFK depending on the method you choose to do. If you're going for something like tick perfect training, then it's a lot more intense. But if you're just wanting to chill out and relax, it's a lot like woodcutting. Very AFK, just very chill. I always find that there's nice people in the fishing spots to talk to, and there's never anybody too toxic. And again, the scenery. I love the scenery. That's not a good sight there, the black background, but being around the water and just the ponds and uh, I really like that kind of look in RuneScape. And anywhere you choose to train fishing in RuneScape, it's always beautiful scenes. And it's just yeah, so it's an overall all around relaxing skill to train, in my opinion. Number two on the list is Hunter. I love Hunter. It's one of my favorite skills for sure. And I know that a lot of people say, well, and it's true, it is pretty click intensive. You have to constantly click on your traps. But once you get into a good rhythm, it is really not so bad. Um, Now, the scenery isn't quite as nice when training Hunter, I find, but I think it's a little better when you're doing black chinchompas in the wilderness, for instance. But just the act of training Hunter, I find it to be peaceful. The rhythm that you can get into for setting up your traps. It's just all around a nice skill to train. And not only that, but this is one of those skills that you want to start doing right away, because especially as a new player, once you can start doing chinchompas, that's when you'll really start to see your first big stacks of cash. Right now, red chinchompas are 1600 GP each. So not only is it a relaxing skill, but it's also a good money maker, which you just can't go wrong with that. The number one skill on this list for me is farming. And farming is timeless for me. Ever since I started playing and very first started doing farming, it's always been my favorite. And this translates into other games too that have any sort of similar farming that you can do. Like Harvest Moon, right? I loved Harvest Moon. Any kind of farming games. So obviously in this game, training the farming skill, I just love it. Being able to teleport and run around all different parts of RuneScape um, to go harvest crops. It's just such a peaceful concept to me. I really do love it. It's easy to train, and you make a lot of money doing it if you do it properly. It's hard not to do it properly. Really, you'd have to really mess up, and you can keep farming as basic as you want, or you can really go all the way and activate your lunar spells, and you can just have a really great time with farming all in all. And yeah, so that's always been my favorite skill, and I think it always will be. So that's it for my very first top fives video, everybody. I really enjoyed making this, and I hope you enjoyed watching it. And I can't wait to share the rest of my top fives ideas with you guys. And if you have any ideas yourself that you think I should do, feel free to leave them in the comments, and I'll definitely consider doing whatever ideas you can provide. And until next time, guys, I'll see you in the next video. Have a nice day.